Well, I'm at home resting. I was laying down sleeping here for a second, and my fiance, she came home with the dogs, and our new little dog, he jumped right on top of me, started licking my face. He's wake up. I wanted to put out this video tonight because there's some serious stuff going on right now, guys. It started yesterday about 3 o'clock. I want to say 3 o'clock Central-ish time, I think. Diesel Daddy on TikTok, they run an independent shop and they do diesel work. And he wanted to put some TPMS sensors in a 3500. Come here, buddy. Come on, bud. Yeah, you want to say hi to everybody? He's the little guy that was just on the street not too long ago, but he's been with us, what, for now, like 3 weeks now? He's so sweet. He lays here and just watches my face. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, Diesel Daddy went to the Ram dealer and said, can I have 4 TPMS sensors for this 3500 Ram? And they said, unfortunately, we have them, but we can't give them to you. And the reason is, at 3 o'clock, 15 minutes ago, the UAW finally just went on strike. And he was like, what? Are you kidding me? You can't sell me the TPMS sensors? And they said, no, we have to re-inventory everything now to make sure what we have, what we can sell, what we can't sell. And they're implementing a new policy now that in order to sell OE parts, you have to input the VIN number into the system. It has to be a tracked database, so you're not always guaranteed to get parts. If it comes up as a sensitive item that they don't have a lot of, or it's very scarce, we're not selling it to the general public. We're actually keeping it for customers that have warranty needs and stuff like that. So today, I have a gentleman come by. He's a young guy, mid-30s, pretty successful. He's got 4 apartment buildings. He's got a couple apartment buildings in Chicago, and he says, I guess I might have to try to run some of that Lucas stuff in my transmission because my 10R80 just started slipping in my Navigator, and it only has 40,000 miles on it, and it's slipping pretty bad. And I had a transmission guy look at it, and I was going to take it to the dealer, and they can't even get parts for this thing right now. And with everybody being on strike, now the big 3 being on strike, the dealer says they don't even want to try to order parts for it because they know they're not going to get the parts anytime soon. It's going to be weeks, if not months, before they even get the parts for the transmission. And he said they, something to the extent of that they're going to have issues as well with this 10R80. I guess the last time this happened was back in 2019, and it wasn't all 3 manufacturers that are doing this strike, but they're looking for some pretty big increases in their wages and their benefits from being automotive parts manufacturers. They're looking for it's like equivalent to a 36% raise across the board, and it's big. It's holidays. They want to go to 32-hour work weeks or something like that, to where it's considered full-time or something. I don't know what. There's like a whole... Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I guess it's saying that there's like a 40% increase across the board. They were saying 2007 and prior, top-tier auto manufacturer workers were making about $32 an hour or something like that. But now, fast forward all these years later, 2008 and later, since the market turned upside down in 2008, it seems like pay has fallen 19.8% in those categories. So they want a 40% increase across the board. That's certain holiday pays, certain restructure to their work week and what's considered a full work week. And even new entry people coming in specific positions offered at top pay and stuff like that. So there's like a huge negotiation going on right now. It says pretty much Chrysler's up to about 19.8 or 19.2% increase is what they're talking. Ford is talking about a 20% increase already, and GM was at I think 19 or 18, and now they just recently upped theirs to 20. So across the board, the big three, they're at about 20% with negotiations right now, but it says it's no higher than that, and the workers want 40% increase across the board. So this is going to be something that affects everybody. It could be bad, but it seems like the union is doing it strategically in a way that it doesn't affect the economy as much as they actually could. They could cripple the automotive economy, the automotive industry really, really bad if they really wanted to. But they're strategically shutting down only certain plants, workers, and stuff like that. Um, you know, this truck manufacturer, that part manufacturer, this plant, instead of all three truck manufacturers in these major locations, they're only just doing one. One here, one there, one here, one there. I think there's like three or four main ones right now, but they didn't tank all of them. And one of the Chrysler plants or GM plants were saying that they should run out of parts by mid next week, if not the end of next week, if there's no production, no manufacturing going on. So it's really scary. And then they have to start pulling parts from other places. And then if dealers have stuff in stock and everything else, they may end up being told that they have to hold on to it in order to get those parts to people so they can produce cars completely and stuff. And it's a fiasco. So it's something that's not being talked about right now. I definitely support those people to an extent. I do support those people, and I do like the fact that the union is at least taking some consideration and not saying, you know what, you don't want to negotiate and talk to us, then how about we shut down all your plants? We can do that. We can put every single person that on strike. You want to do it? You want to play games, or you want to talk negotiation? So at least they didn't do that, and they're being somewhat mindful of that. And I do support the workers in fighting for what they think they deserve 100%. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of this. If you don't know what's going on, I've already seen a few cases of this right now. I was talking about it last night with Brandon from Performance Transmission, and he was already saying that he'd noticed a lot of people affected by this already. Dealerships and independent shops that just cannot get specific parts because of everything that's going on that started yesterday. So wanted to bring this to your attention. Some of you may care, you may not care. It definitely affects me when I try to get parts and stuff like that as well. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing.